as I walked off the stage where I was speaking in London, and I think that day I was speaking about performance related to well-being. So it was a slightly different approach to my usual business approach. But a lady approached me and she said, "Oh, I couldn't take my eyes off you. I was listening to every word you said." I was slightly taken aback, but it was very nice. I said, "So what was it?" And she went, and trying to think of the word, she said, "I know what it is. That you spoke and you were in flow. You were at ease and nothing seemed too much of a challenge." And I thought I'd share that with you because that is what public speaking is about. It's being able to be intentional, being able to speak in flow, but more importantly, being able to speak with that ease. And when you have these principles, do you know what happens? You will command the room. You will be bigger than the room. As people like that lady said, "I couldn't take my eyes off you." Partly that's because as a trained speaker, that doesn't mean it's prescriptive, but as a trained speaker, my persona, my body language, my voice, how I came across was very different to people that perhaps have watched some videos, read some books, and try to adapt a presentation that would be, I guess, trying fit for purpose. Can I tell you, you're either professional or you're an amateur. And great speakers are shaped and trained. And so some of the areas, just now I've been back to being a little bit of a student, and I've been doing commercial voiceover work, which means that I can, or you may in the future, hear me across the sky, or doing audio books. Because you see, people who have written books look for someone that has a great voice, can pace and pause, and actually do audio books professionally. When you're a great speaker and you have a world-class program like my DNA of Champions, you can position yourself and present yourself in about 18 minutes as you deliver what your program is about. In actual fact, what you're doing is you're actually giving people a transformation. You're converting them from what they had into something of a much higher level. It's totally incomparable. The next thing that in public speaking that's really important, and I watch this, you see this a lot, people have no stagecraft. I've seen people walk back and forward on a stage, yes, as quick as my hand. I've seen people stand with their hands in their pockets. Goodness knows what they're doing there. I've seen people rock on their shoes, hip to hip. How poor is that? You see, if you do any of these things, that is so distracting. So learning stagecraft mechanics that relates to the content of the business presentation you may be doing, or if you're doing a TED Talk, I've been helping people put together a TED Talk. That's 18 minutes of your idea. Remember, we've spoken about that. Your idea and why your idea is important and what the audience can learn from you. Again, many people get that wrong. I hope that you've taken the overview of public speaking or professional speaking. Yes, public speaking is when you go out and speak in public. Professional speaking is when you get paid to do it. And I'm assuming that the people that's listening to me actually work in the business world and want to start sharing their business message to become slightly famous.